comes the, here comes the, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that, yeah. Here comes the, no, here comes the, oh, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that.
What's going on in the world of YouTube? I'm back. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. Yeah, cool. So, big shout out to the vegan cheetah. I know I used his name yesterday, but he commented on my video and favorited my tweet. I think that speaks a lot of a person, you know, to take the time to at least comment, say something nice, even though he was probably thinking this was the worst vlog ever. So, it's a new day. Today, I want to talk about veganism throughout the day. Today's actually my last day in this house because I am house sitting currently. So, yeah, next time you see my vlog, I'll be in my my home and gonna get in, do some cardio, enjoy my last day, talk about veganism, talk about the do's, don'ts, some background behind it, what it really is, and the misconception ideas behind veganism. Alright, let's get this day going. I'm back. Let's talk about what vegan and veganism is. Veganism is simply, and this is simply, you do not buy anything of an animal product, you do not consume anything of an animal product. Examples of this, of buying, you do not buy leather, you do not buy alligator, you do not buy, you know, whatever they sell that comes off an animal's body. You do not consume anything that comes off an animal's body or anything that comes out of an animal's body. For example, you do not eat meat. Clearly, that's one everyone knows. But what people do not always know is vegan is not vegetarian. And that means, you know, vegans don't eat eggs, cheese, milk, honey, whatever else is out there, God knows. Blood, I guess, because there's like blood sausages and shit, I don't know. They do not consume anything that comes out of an animal either. So, there's your little introduction to what veganism is. When I check back in, I will inform you of what veganism is not. And until next time. Another introduction. Alright guys, just hit the gym. I am back. Today was the full body workout where I'm trying to shock the central nervous system, break down muscle fibers. I've explained this in other vlogs. So if you're wondering what I am humanly talking about, go check out those vlogs. But back to the topic of veganism. What is veganism not? Veganism is not activism. You do not have to even care about animals to go vegan. You might just say the concept of eating meat is like messed up to you. There's many religions that do not eat specific meat because of their God. So, just to get in that topic, you don't have to be that person that runs around saying, you're gonna go to hell, you're a horrible person because you eat meat. That is not what veganism is, guys. Veganism is simply what I stated earlier, that you just don't buy, consume, or endorse anything involving the cruelty to animals. That doesn't mean you have to make everyone seem bad because of it. And I think that's an issue we have. That's a big issue of veganism. There's many people on here who call out people who eat meat, that go around with signs like, guys, all that does is hurt us. Let me say it slower. All it does is hurt the purpose. We want people to go vegan for ethical reasons and for health reasons. Now, you know, a balanced diet with meat can be healthy. A lot of things can be healthy. So that's something to keep in mind. You know, we don't want to force this upon people. And honestly, it will never grow. I will tell you that now. If we continue the same path we have been doing, where, you know, people like to call meat eaters, people want to walk around with signs saying meat is murder, that's not going to change anything. If you really care about activism, if you truly care about the animals, you will try to show people how veganism's good. You will show by example, leading by example, the famous saying, not being this hypocritical, in-your-face person, because no one's going to change, guys. That's the harsh reality of this. So veganism is not activism. Veganism should not be forced down people's throat. Veganism is simply just showing that you don't need these products in your life, okay? I'll check back in of some do's and don'ts of veganism in a little bit. Until then, yeah, just until then. Right, let's go over the do's and don'ts of a vegan diet. Now, contrary to belief, you do need a good amount of protein. You know, there will always be people that saying you don't need that much protein, there's plenty of protein in this, that, and blah, 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 blah. But let me just explain something. You do not need as much as, you know, the bodybuilders on YouTube say. You know, you don't need 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. You do need about like 0.5 to 1 gram of protein per lean mass of body weight, okay? So, you know, unless you're 0% body fat at 200 pounds, you do not need 200 grams of protein, if you catch my drift. That's the only do I have. You know, of course, do the variety in your diet. Eat a bunch of different foods. And the reason I say this, because it goes into my don't. Don't just think you can eat a bunch of vegetables and a bunch of fruit and be A-okay. Reason being, one, you can overeat. To explain what body fat is on the body, it's stored energy. So, if you eat more energy, because that's what food is to your body, it's energy. If you eat more energy than you exert, then it will be stored. Does that make sense, everyone? I hope so. Secondly, you know, back to the whole protein thing, a lot of people on YouTube that are vegan like to promote this idea, you know, eat as much as you want, you can't overeat this, but then they do a bunch of cardio. Cardio will burn, and you know, you're using energy. Now, for those who don't want to do cardio, yes, you have to practice portion control. Also, without the amount of protein you need, your muscles aren't rebuilding. That's just common sense. So if you're eating, and let's use, like kale. Kale is actually high in protein per calorie, but you can't eat a lot of kale. You know, let's say you ate a bag of kale. You might be getting what? Max 30 grams of protein. It's not a lot, guys. You know, that's not enough protein, and your stomach's gonna be full for a few hours, which means you're not gonna be able to eat as much. Now, I'm not saying, you know, you have to eat tofu every 2 to 3 hours just to get your daily amount of protein in. I'm just saying, make sure you track that. You do not have to track carbs or fats, trust me. I've been losing weight steadily on this, and I will explain actually what diet I came from to switching to vegan diet, because it is a little different. But yeah, do get enough protein in. Remember, about 0.5 to 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass. Not weight, not what it says on the scale, but if you can calculate lean body mass, you know, typically if you get about 100 to 120 grams of protein, you're good. That's for, you know, bigger individuals. If you weigh 100 pounds, clearly you don't need 100 grams of protein. You actually might want to eat more, but we'll talk about that another day. Don't think you can just eat everything in your freaking fridge and not gain weight. That whole idea is miscued and it's wrong, and those who promote it, you should not be promoting it. Because keep in mind, not everyone wants to ride a bike up Thailand and leave their whole life behind because you said so. There's my rant, because that really ticks me off. Because, you know, it brings this idea of a perfect diet, and it's like, guys, yes, you can afford to eat more. You know, is it hard to overconsume? Yes, but you can underconsume, which means you have metabolic issues later on in life, which isn't good. There's just so many factors that go into this that people don't go over on YouTube, which is dumb. But I will say as a disclaimer, you know, you can afford to eat bigger quantities than those who are eating meat, because if you think about it, meat is high in calories. Meat is not easily broken down by your body. That's just factual. So yeah, that is true. Just don't think if you lay on your butt and you eat, you know, all vegan food, but you're eating every second of the freaking day, that you won't gain weight. Be physically fit. See what works for you. See what stuff fits for you. But yeah, there's my little rant about this. We will go back into how I became vegan in a little. Until then, I'm back. This will be the last check-in at this house. You know, it was a pleasure house sitting this house and watching their dog, and great people. I just want to say that for the record. So, how I became vegan. I did say before, I had always watched people like Vegan Gains, but I thought he was a complete D-bag, so I never really wanted to because of him. You know, when you start thinking more, like, when you start doing it, he makes more sense, but he is not one to watch unless you're ready to do it. I had a friend, he was vegan. I said, screw it, let's try it. But where I messed up was I went from keto. One second. Yeah, you guys get this raw. All 8 views I got on the last video. That's how many people watched this. 8 people. 2 of which are me. I don't know. I think every time I click it, it counts as a view. But keto. Keto means I wasn't doing high fat. It can either mean high protein or high fat diet with minimum carbs. So, you know, I went from eating eggs, chicken, turkey, no carbs really, some vegetables here and there, to a high carb diet because that's all I thought you had to do at first. So, you know, if you don't know the biology behind it, your body actually does produce enzymes that break down carbs, fats, and protein. Well, my body wasn't used to breaking down carbs, so, you know, it does take time for your body to adapt. Hence why the healthiest diet is actually to have it in a combination of all, so your body knows how to digest it properly and use it properly. I like to call it body adaptation over time, though, where your body does adapt to whatever you're eating, so it does maximize, you know, results. Now, that's for healthy. For me, I do want to get shredded. I do want to get lean. It's always been a goal of mine, whether or not it's healthy. Who cares? I'm 20. I don't have to worry about health yet. That's the harsh reality. Not even harsh, just the reality of my situation. You know, I can still afford to be a little risky with my life. Not saying, you know, I'm going to go jump off a freaking roof. But as far as diet, you know, I can do stuff that an older person should not do. So, back to that, I did switch, like I said, 6 months, and I am noticing now, finally, you know, I am getting leaner again. I am getting more in shape, even though getting lean isn't getting in shape, per se. But my physique has definitely grown. Something I will note is either it's muscle maturity or the vegan diet, where my muscles are actually getting bigger, more defined, and, like, it's just, it looks better. It's very odd to me. You know, I went from I lost 80 pounds because I went on a crazy diet. I gained it all back because I was being a gluttonous pig. But yeah, I'm finally starting to lose weight, not feel like shit while doing it, and looking better, which to me is amazing. I do supplement with supplements, but keep in mind supplementation, which will maybe be tomorrow's video. Leave a comment down below if you want to hear me talk about supplements. They do help. That's what I'll keep at. So yeah, my story is I went from keto, of pretty much only meat diet, meat and animal products, to cutting that out completely and switching to vegan. So you know, you might be watching me and be like, he's fat, he's this, he's that. I'm not lean. You know, I've never been lean. I'll get into story time another time. But you know, trust me when I say my progress is real. You know, okay, you can't see shit, but because of the lighting. But yeah, keto to vegan. So I do experiment with diets. I will probably check back in later to end this video. Yeah, until then. Alright guys, so this is the end of the video. I did lie about not recording here. They're actually not back yet, and I want to make sure the dog's okay. Leave a comment down below if you want my opinion on this whole, should we have pets, should pets be a thing. Also, please like, share, subscribe, even dislike. I want this to grow, and I want to be able to help people. I can't do that. I need your guys' help. Interact with me on my social media. You know I'm young, but I hope I'm an inspiration. I hope I can help someone. My whole point of this is to help someone, not to make money, and I want to show that, okay? Today we talked about veganism, what to do, what it is, what it truly is, misconceptions about it, and actually how I went vegan. I'm not a normal story, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Till tomorrow.
Mama told me one day I'ma grow up big and I'ma be a king. And my papa told me it's okay to sit where shit hurts. Don't forget your dreams, cause they'll get you through it.